Hello and God bless. Hope you're having a great week. I wanted to talk about forgiving yourself today. Forgiving yourself when maybe you eat something you're not supposed to, or you fail on your diet plan, or you don't exercise like you're supposed to. Sometimes we get hard on ourselves. And I know for me, sometimes it's easy to forgive someone else, but forgiving myself is a much more difficult task. And I want you to consider that because sometimes we don't forgive ourselves and we let those mistakes get in the way of our reaching our health goals. We eat too much, or we just, we're sticking to doing really well on our diet plan, and then we mess up, and then we just beat ourselves up for it, and we just say, I'm just going to give up, and or maybe we think, hey, I'm going to exercise every day, and we don't do that, and we miss a couple days, and we just get mad at ourselves, and I just may as well give up. And it's important that we forgive ourselves. We do make mistakes. We're not perfect. The Bible tells us to be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving one another as God forgave you in Christ. And, we apply that so easily to other people. I forgive people, I'm kind to them, but we also need to apply that to ourselves as well. So next time you have a bad day, you've been doing really well on your eating plan and you've had a couple of bad days, forgive yourself, blow it off, get back on track and keep going. Sometimes we think, well, if I it seems like I mess up every week and I eat too much every week. You know what? If you eat 5 or 6 days where you're sticking to your program, you eat really well, and you have 1 or 2 days where you don't, you're still eating well the majority of the time. If you're exercising, you can't exercise every day. You can exercise 3 times a week. Hey, that's more than not doing any. So forgive yourself. Be patient with yourself. It's not an easy task to get into shape. It's one of the hardest things I know that I've ever done. And, it continues to be hard every day. It continues to be a challenge. And so, when you do have those mistakes, when you do mess up, forgive yourself and be patient with yourself and get up and start the next day, get back on track and go right ahead and believe that, hey, I'm going to do this with God's help. And I wish you well, and I'll be praying for you. God bless you.